Today we are taking a look at Roronoa Zoro from One Piece. This is the THEORAMA SOUL-RORONOA ZORO figure in the THEORAMA Soul line by Banpresto. Today's highlights for this figure are the powerful muscles and clothing folds, the clear effects, and the dynamic pose. The first highlight is the powerful muscles and clothing folds. Large muscle shapes run across the chest and abdomen, while the shoulders and arms are divided by rounded, raised areas and deeper lines between them. The green clothing gathers into smaller folds around the waist, then forms larger folds over the deeply bent leg, while the sections extending behind the body continue the movement with longer creases. The second highlight is the clear effects. Purple and pink clear parts extend along all three swords, with repeated flame-like projections running along the edges of the blades. The effects spread in different directions from the sword held in the mouth, the sword raised overhead, and the sword held lower in front, while several narrow purple clear parts also project outward from the gray rock formation behind the figure. The third highlight is the dynamic pose. The body is lowered with one leg deeply bent and the other extended far behind, while the torso twists strongly through the center. The arms open in different directions, and the three swords extend across separate angles, with the flowing green clothing and the clear parts behind the body continuing that movement across a wider area. This channel brings you figure reviews and anime merchandise updates straight from Japan. If you enjoyed this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe. This figure is approximately 21 centimeters tall. That's about 8.3 inches. For size comparison, here's a 350 milliliter can. That's about 12 ounces in the US. Overall, Roronoa Zoro by Banpresto stands out because this figure combines a powerful muscular build, 3 swords surrounded by clear effects, and a dynamic pose that spreads across the entire piece. The face creates a strong first impression. One eye is closed while the open eye is sharply narrowed, and the eyebrows angle inward to reinforce the intense expression. A sword is held between the teeth, with the blade crossing directly in front of the face and the gold guard sitting beside the mouth. The black bandana forms the main element around the head, while sections of green hair remain visible around the ear and the back of the head. From there, the torso twists strongly as the arms spread toward the upper and lower areas, creating a wide line through the body. The upper half works especially well because the muscular sculpt and the sword positions are closely connected. Large muscle forms continue from the chest into the shoulders, while the arms are divided clearly from the upper arms down toward the forearms. The long scar across the chest and abdomen crosses these muscle shapes, with the shorter lines along it remaining individually defined. At the hands, the fingers wrap around the sword handles, where the brown wrapping and gold guards create clear divisions around the grips. The lower half continues that movement through the green clothing and the wide leg positions. A green waist section separates the exposed upper body from the clothing below, while tighter folds gather around the waist and broader folds spread across the deeply bent leg. Behind the body, several sections of green fabric extend outward, with part of the red cloth visible between them. The red, white, and purple sword sheaths overlap around the waist, with gold fittings and red cords separating the individual parts. The deeply bent leg remains largely covered by the green clothing before the black boot appears below it, while the other leg extends behind the body with the hem moving away from the leg before reaching the second black boot. What makes the figure especially effective is the way the pose, swords, and effects continue across such a wide area. Brown rock forms surround the feet, while the larger gray rock formation behind the figure is crossed by several long purple clear parts. The pink clear effects along the 3 swords create separate lines across the upper, horizontal, and lower areas of the figure. From the front, the eye moves from the face and the sword held in the mouth toward the raised arm, and the sword extending lower across the body. The 3 swords, gray rock formation, flowing green clothing, and purple effects all move at different angles while remaining connected through the strong twist of the torso. Because of that, fans of One Piece or Roronoa Zoro will likely enjoy this piece very much. Collectors who like sword effects, powerful muscle sculpting, and wide dynamic poses should find it a very satisfying addition. That's it for this video. If there's any part of the figure you liked, feel free to leave a comment and share your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.